Well, hello there, ladies and gents. I'm Tammy Sapnewski, your crypto queen. Thank you so much for popping by my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be addressing some accusations that have been thrown my way about if I'm a paid Saitama fudder. Oh, and by the way, not a paid Saitama fudder. Look below. Look down there. What is that, like 4,000 subscribers? Who's going to pay somebody with only 4,000 subscribers to fud a token? Who? Seriously. What's market cap right now? Like $2 billion? Do you think there's anything that I could possibly say that could in any way damage the reputation of Saitama? A hard no. So I've been called paid Saitama fudder, Brad the Sandstorm, paid Saitama fudder, Rodney from My Crypto Journey, paid Saitama fudder, and Tedi from The Crypto Tomorrow. We're all supposedly paid Saitama fudders. But what you don't realize is that we're not fudding. In no way are we trying to fud. We just have legitimate questions. And for that, just because we raise one little issue or we go on Twitter and say, hey, my SataMask is not working yet, we get constantly attacked for that. It's not right. How do you think exactly that we're fudding the project? And I'm asking you directly, people that believe I'm a paid Saitama fudder, please, in the comment section, what is it that I did to fud the token? What? I kind of get you going after Rodney because he's the one that has the most subscribers, and even the Sandstorm because he lets a lot of people talk on his space. That's one thing I have to say about the Sandstorm. He lets everybody and anybody speak, which I personally think is a really good idea because when you have both sides of an argument coming together, it drives constructive discourse. We come to an understanding. Sometimes we hash things out. Sometimes we understand that other person's position a little better, and it just helps. I can even see why he came after me a little bit because I'm like, Russ could be a little more truthful. But to go after Tedi, why Tedi? Tedi did nothing but point out something that was so obviously true. He's a tech guy. He's a professional. I can never remember. He's an AWS solutions architect. So that's literally what Tedi does. So when Saitama came out and said, listen, we're suffering a DDoS attack and it was lasting more than a day, Tedi's like, no, that's literally impossible. That can't happen. And he listed all of the reasons why it was literally impossible that was going on and that there was other issues happening and they might not know what's happening. The wolves went rabid, okay? Just so many people just saying he's a rookie and he doesn't know what he's talking about. And quite frankly, all of that stuff is beyond me, but I'm going to play a little clip here for you to listen to.
And I've literally shown you that they do protect against layer 7 attacks, DDoS attacks. So when this team is coming out and telling me that, hey, it's a multi-day attack, it's a layer 7 bot attack, it's great they enabled reCAPTCHA. reCAPTCHA is what you're supposed to do when you suffer bot attacks. But I do not believe it was multi-day. I think they were just buying time, trying to figure it out. And there's no negativity in that. That's what you're supposed to do as a team. You're trying to make this app usable for all users. This is what you have to do.
Right there, he's saying, hey, this is what I do for a living, and I'm telling you, this is literally impossible for this to be happening. And for that, people jumped all over it. Like, that was crazy. The thing you need to know and understand about all of us is that we're all Saitama holders. I even put out a tweet yesterday saying, that Saitama is down to 38. Boom, I'm adding more to my position because this is like an impregnable line of support for us. When it's down this low, that's when you should add. If you think someone's paying me to FUD Saitama, would I not get paid because there I am supporting Saitama? You see how that doesn't make sense, right? I understand it. You're in the wolf pack. You are wolf pack strong, and there's nothing that anyone can say that's ever going to shake you and change your mind. But I just want to give you a little bit of a for instance, okay? Because I'm a Saitama investor. I hold a bag of Saitama. I hold it on a few different exchanges, Gate.io and Bitmart. I'm in there with you. When there's things that I don't like, I talk up about it. Like I see things that just don't seem right to me. I'm going to say something. Okay. I want to give you a little for instance. This way you can maybe understand and digest how I'm looking at it. This whole time, Russ is like, we're under attack. People are out to get us. They're coming at us from every angle you can't imagine. There's even a guy that's been offered $250,000 to FUD Saitama. Like there's people that are paying people to FUD Saitama. They're all out to get us. Like you can't imagine the forces that are being put against us, towards us, aiming to take us down. You can't imagine. They're waiting to pounce on us. They're coming for us. That's been his narrative this whole entire time. So when they're launching Saitama, if you're someone that's really concerned that someone is out to get you and somebody goes, hey, should we do everything that we need to do to protect the Saitama? And you're, instead of thinking people are out to get us, you're like, nah, probably be okay. Just leave it there. Get us like the basic version of the security thing. Good enough. What? Okay, let me give you a for example, okay? Please try to understand this from my perspective. That would be like if I came to you and I said, listen, there's people out to get me. There's not just one person, there's many people, and they're very connected, they're very powerful, and they're after me. Like, they're leaving me threatening letters, texts, voicemails. They're out to get me. They've slashed my tires. Oh my gosh, I'm so scared they're out to get me. And then I go home at night and I walk through the front door. I put up all the blinds, open all the windows. I'm walking around my house buck naked. And then I go to bed and I don't close the windows and I don't lock the front door. As a matter of fact, I just leave the front door wide open. Does that sound like somebody who's very insecure? Or does that sound like somebody who feels pretty secure in the position that nobody's coming for them? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. And by the way, if someone is saying somebody offered them $250,000 to Fud Saitama, you could easily track and find out who that person is. Give that email address to Teddy Ganja. He will tell you in 2 seconds who that person is. Bring receipts. If you're going to make accusations like that, $250,000 to Fud Saitama, show the receipts. I'd like to see them. This is my point. Saitama is going to be successful. Just, we don't need all of this extra drama. When I see people saying I'm a paid Saitama fighter and I know I'm not, which is the most, it's so frustrating to get somebody to believe something about you that you know is like 1,000% true, but oh well. So this past Saturday, Russ has an AMA with Watcher Guru in his Twitter space. So immediately following the AMA, the Sandstorm has his own Twitter space. We all go in there, and I'm mostly just listening because I want to hear what everybody else has to say. And of course, I'm looking so forward to hear what Teddy has to say because Teddy is just incredibly intelligent, and I know he's going to be able to tell us, okay, this is what they said, this is what it means. And that's exactly what happened. Teddy came into the room and he's like, listen, you guys, they basically admitted to everything. Everything that I said was wrong and was happening, they just admitted to it. I'm like 100% sure I'm not going to be able to explain this right, so I'll just play the recording right here.
I know Teddy felt extremely relieved to get some of his theories finally brought to fruition, that he was right. Teddy, I think you're suffering the attacks of whoever right now because you keep getting kicked down.
Keep getting kicked down, but I completely agree with you there. I got the result that I wanted. I got the validation. Hey, and I also got into Saitama, right? So there's a completely different bug going on. We've speculated on that on my live stream today with the Sandstorm. So I'm now feeling very good about my investment. I feel like the dev team has given us some answers. They said they're talking to a third-party vendor. And the other main aspect is they flat out admitted that they lost, They lost to the DDoS attack. They did not anticipate the DDoS attack to be as massive as it was. So they didn't put in that AWS WAF and AWS Shield. Should they have done it? Russ flat out said in the AMA, yes, we should have done it. So as soon as you hear that, then this guy's at his lowest. And you can tell he's spent now so much money from that DDoS attack because moving that much data through a network layer is just crazy. He's probably in his savings right now. I guarantee with that massive amount of data, they did not anticipate it, and now they've mitigated it, and now they have to roll out a working version of Saitama.
I was really happy for Teddy. It was like a true vindication for him. This whole week he'd been getting kicked by the whole wolf pack, and finally he's like, I was right. Here it is in black and white. I was right. The thing that, the Sandstorm was bringing up was that, it's the lack of honesty. There's got to be a level of integrity that when you're addressing the token holders, you have to be honest with them. Don't tell us you're suffering a multi-day DDoS attack when we know that's literally impossible. Look, why are you lying to us? Just tell us the truth. What is going on? We're the investors. We're the token holders. Please tell us what's going on. We'd like to get in there. We want to have Saitama. We want to, be able to trade on it. But we can't because we're locked out. What's going on? Of course, in true Sandstorm style, he lets everyone talk. He brings up members of the wolf pack. He brought up Reptile, who is hilarious.
It was by far my most profitable project of 2021 with some money
Oh,
in
I'm
the
sure.
bank and a bag left over. I got nothing bad to say to Saitama. And Sam, let me tell you once more, how dare you talk like that about the wolf pack? We are a community. We are a family, Sam. In Russ we
Go ahead.
trust.
Give me your best howl, Reptile. Your best howl.
He brings up Slim Jesus, and we all know what Slim Jesus said about Russ's wife. I mean, it's just gross. So, guys, by the way, listen, never use that word. It's just disgusting. It's very misogynistic and unnecessary and uncalled for and too personal. I think he owes her an apology across every platform. Of course, Sandstorm let him talk. And he really didn't have anything to say other than, watch what's going to happen. I'm telling you. And Sandstorm was like, listen, when you do stuff like that, like you had an opportunity to ask Russ a serious, tough question. You acted foolish and immature. So you know what happens when you do stuff like that? You make us look stupid. You definitely, especially when you attack this guy's wife. The only thing that you did with that was you changed the narrative from Saitama dropped the ball with Saitamask to this side is personally attacking Russ's old lady. That's all you did. You changed the narrative to make us look bad. Well, not me so much because, I possess. You know what I'm saying? But the guys, they were calling them wife beaters. Like they were, especially Sam that was on the space. He was saying how bad he was getting beaten up. Another big point that Sandstorm brought up was the fact that, Russ is supposed to do this huge interview. It's supposed to be on a major platform. There's going to be a lot of people watching it. And I'm sure the topic of the day is going to be Saitamask and how it's going to be world changing and how it's going to be the greatest thing. He said, can you imagine if millions of people hear this interview and it sounds wonderful and they go to download the app and they're getting these error messages? That's not going to look good. You understand that that's not good. And I think that's it. I'll hit verify. I've been getting that error message for the past 3 days. This is not cool. And check out the price for Saitama right now. It's at 40, 38, 37 area is an impregnable line of support for us. It might dip down really quick to some lower levels, but it's just a quick wick. It literally just touches down there and bounces right back up. I think 37, it's done a really good job with maintaining support at that level for the past few days. You would have thought because of that botched launch that the price would have dropped a lot more. I mean, a lot more. And being that it didn't, it shows me that the Wolfpack is strong and that level of support is an impregnable wall of support for Saitama. So again, I will reiterate that all 4 of us are Saitama holders and investors and not paid fudders. I know I'm not getting paid anything. Down in the description box below, I'm going to leave a link for the Sandstorm, Tedi's channel, my crypto journey. Please go check these guys out. Join their YouTube channel, subscribe, check them out on Twitter. You have to catch the Sandstorm's Twitter spaces. They're so funny, you guys, yet informative. And he keeps it real. He doesn't let anybody get on there and tell lies. And you guys, I'm so excited. Rodney is having me on his channel tomorrow night. So if you have an opportunity, go check out my crypto journey. I'll be there. I think it's 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's just going to be like a casual conversation about, a little bit about crypto, maybe a little bit about life, and just, who knows where it's going to go because Rodney is so funny. He's hilarious. So I'm looking very forward to it. If you're hearing this, it means you listened to my whole entire video. You're amazing. Let me just say, I thank you very much. And until next time, please take care of yourself and try to only buy on those red candles.